How to create amazingly realistic images without even using Allura. And who wouldn't use this to create images of the beautiful and talented queen of hip-hop, Nicki Minaj? Oh wait, I'm getting a call. Ice who? Munch what? Oh, let's get started with the video. Let's look first at the install. Now on the GitHub page of this extension, you will see that one of the install requirements is Visual Studio. So if you don't have installed that yet, you want to go to that page and install Visual Studio first. I will have the link below the video. If you already have installed Visual Studio, which is also used for other AI applications, you can go directly to the Extensions tab in Automatic 1111. And there you want to click on Available and click on Load From. Now instead of looking through the list, we simply go here to search and you type ROOP and see what comes up. For me, nothing comes up because I have already installed the extension. But once you have found it, on the right side you have an install button, click that and it will take around a minute for this to finish installing. After this has finished installing, I would actually close the command window and completely restart Automatic 1111. Then, after you have restarted it, go again to Extensions and go to Installed. Click on the Check for Updates button, and if there are any updates needed, click on Apply and Restart UI so that these are installed too. Once all of this is done, you will find the ROOP extensions in your text-to-image and image-to-image tabs. And you can see when I scroll down here you have the new extension. Now this is actually very easy to use. The only thing you need here is to drop an image in here and enable the extension. But there are certain things you need to know to actually get good results, and you also want to consider how this is different from using Allura. So as you can see here, I have dragged a photo in here. I cropped it to have just the face in it. Then I loaded Realistic Vision version 2, Clip Skip 1, and I set my prompt and negative prompts here for rendering my image. When we compare these two images, they look fairly simple. It even can rotate the face. You can do different face expressions. You of course can also do different hairstyles and other things you want to do. So here I have a second image rendered with the same person. The face is turned to the side. Now the hair is red and the eyes are more closed than before. So you have a lot of control over what you're actually creating here. Now, one thing that's important to understand for this process is that this will first render completely the AI image, and then the image from the photo is applied to the finished AI image afterwards. And you can also see this in the rendering process, where at this point the image is actually finished, but then it takes longer to render because this is now applying the face to the image. So here I want to show you the difference for this method compared to Allura, because here we have a photo of the actress Amy Garcia, and the image looks actually really good. This is done with Ref Animated. But now if we look at the multiple images, especially in images where we can see the body, you can see that the AI image is created as usual with Ref Animated, but because we only have a face image and this is only applied to the face, not to the rest of the image, the AI doesn't know how the body of that person is looking like. So even though you can get really nice face creations with this, it might not fit the body type, the body height, or other features of that person. Here we have a direct comparison between the ROOP image I created with the replaced face, the LoRa that I have trained, and then on the right side the actual photo of the actress. And of course with the LoRa trained image you can see that the AI understands the body configuration, but also the head to body ratio that is different because the actress is rather small, so the head is bigger in comparison to the rest of the body in this case. Now, of course, with ROOP, the AI model doesn't know anything about that, and it creates the average kind of body type that the model was trained on, and often also in an average height. And through just text prompting, it's actually difficult to create a person that is smaller or has a different ratio of, for example, the head to the rest of the body. But let's have a look on how this works with Inpainting. Now with simple image to image render, the situation creation is actually very simple. You simply load the image here with your original prompt up there, or you just send it over from text to image, and then again you put your image that you want to use down here and enable the ROOP extension. While you're at it, you can also upscale the image. So in this case, I have here the double resolution to make it twice as big, but also to add some details through upscaling it by image to image. And as you can see here, we get a pretty beautiful and very usable result. Now, the huge benefit here is that you can actually skip on the step of adding the face in the first render step of text to image and try to find the perfect image rather than rendering the image on every single picture, and then rather afterwards an image to image add the face to the image during the upscaling process, because then you save a lot of time, but you still get the same amazing quality. However, with inpainting and the mask, the process is different. First of all, it is really amazing that this process works with the mask, because there you can also apply to photos, as I will do now. But also here, because as I told you in the beginning, this is first rendering the AI image completely and then applying the face, there's actually not really much need to render the AI image or any image at all, because you don't use the AI image, you use the photo in that case. So the step here would be to mask out the face that you want to replace in the details and areas where you want to replace it. But in this case, make sure to see that here the woman has an earring. So if you paint over this, this is also creating a new AI earring. If you want to avoid that, maybe stick just to the face in here. For the render settings, what you want to do here is to set this to only mask, then set the resolution you want to render for the face, and then you have down here your denoise strength. Now, if you just want to use the photo, you can set this to a very low value here, because then you don't need much GPU power. After that, simply load the image down here. In this case, we are using a photo of the amazing singer Aurora. If you don't know her, check her out on YouTube. Really beautiful music. Of course, you want to enable the extension down here, and then again we can scroll up and click on the generate button. As you can see, this is rendering first the photo with not much change, and then it takes a little bit to apply the AI face. And here we have the end result, and as you can see, it looks pretty much like the actress. For example, the very distinct nose shape is very apparent here in this image, but also the makeup is there with the strong lipstick, and it is very close to the style of the photo. Now here's another thing you can do. If you want to change elements of the face, you can actually use a higher denoise value. In that case, down in the denoise strength, I would suggest to use a value between 0.5 and 0.75, so it sticks to the original position of the face, but still you can change elements of the face if you want to. So in the second result, I adjusted the prompt so she is looking at the camera and also smiling more intensely. But let's go a little bit deeper into how this extension actually works. So here I have a photo of the amazing hip-hop queen Nicki Minaj, and you can see this is nicely applied to the photo here in the hair salon. But here I have another photo, and you can see that the face is changing. So it is really important what kind of face and face expression you're using, also the makeup for the face expression, and so on, because all of that flows into the image that is created. So here I have a third example, and again you can see, because in this photo her facial features are rounder and the makeup is softer, this is also applied to the final result that is rendered into the photo here. One more thing you need to look out for is that the face is actually not covered by things. For example, in this case, the hair. A lot of Nicki Minaj's photos have this very distinct haircut that is covering parts of the eyebrow. But as you can see in the result where it is applied to the image, this is also apparent in the photo. And sometimes you get blonde hair, sometimes you get black hair, or sometimes it's just different colored skin that is apparent in this kind of area. So you might want to search search for a photo where all of the face is uncovered and you can actually see all of the features. Another element that is important here to understand is that this is applying the image to the face that is there. So the head shape, the face shape can't change with that. And because of that, as in this example where we have a very different head shape from the Nicki Minaj head shape, you can see that this is not really fitting so well to the end result. It looks pretty good, but it still feels a little bit off. And another element you will often see here is that the face might come out a little bit blurry. So what you could do here is to go in a photo software and then simply sharpen the face a little bit. Another solution you could find for that is also to use a higher resolution to render the face in the first place. Let me know in the comments if you prefer this over Allura, if you're more Nicki Minaj or Ice Spice, and of course munch that subscribe button. See you soon. Bye. Oh, you're still here. So this is the end screen. There's other stuff you can watch like this or that. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Leave a like if you haven't yet. And well, yeah,